Usually when I talk to people about inviting someone to church, I hear the same response. I don't know who to invite. And that's understandable. Maybe almost everybody you know already goes to church. Maybe you don't know them well enough to bring up the topic. Maybe you just feel awkward or you just can't seem to find the right time. Well, I get it. Sometimes this is a little intimidating for some people, so let me give you a few thoughts that I think will really help you. I want to teach you to listen for 3 conversational triggers that whenever you hear them, they'll remind you that now is a good time to offer an invitation to church. Because the truth is, you have conversations with people all throughout your day, at work, at school, in social settings, family gatherings, even online. I want to challenge you to begin to listen for 3 things in those conversations, and whenever you hear one of them, I want that to be your reminder or your trigger to offer an invitation to that person. Now, to help you remember them, we'll call them the 3 nots. Now, the first one is, I'm not from here. So when you meet someone who's not from around here and they moved into this area, chances are they're looking for relationships, friendships, connections to other people in this community. And what better place to find that than at church? So when you hear that not, that's your cue to say something like this. Hey, have you found a church to attend since you've moved here? Because I've been able to connect and meet lots of great friends at my church, and I think you'd really love it. The second trigger is, I'm not prepared. Now here's how this one goes. Everybody's constantly moving from one life stage to the next. And when we do, almost no one feels like they're ready for it. It's like walking into the unknown. For example, when you start a new job, or you start a new school, the beginning of a dating relationship, getting married, having kids, buying a house, raising a teenager, paying for college, adjusting to an empty nest, caring for aging parents, retiring. You get the idea, right? When you hear someone describe one of those situations of life and they feel unprepared for it, that's another trigger for you to say, hey, you know what? You should come to my church. We talk about those kinds of real life situations all the time, and it really helps me when I feel unprepared for something. Now, the third and final trigger is life's not going well. See, I talk to people all the time, and they're going through painful circumstances. Big things like an illness, death in the family, financial hardship, loss of a job, or even just everyday normal stuff like relational conflict, a parenting challenge, or a bad decision. When you hear that life's not going well for someone, one of your responses could be, hey, listen, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you, and I don't have all the answers, but when I go through times like this, it's my church family that helps me get through it, and I'm sure they do the same for you if you'd like to join me sometime. So, can you remember the 3 nots? I'm not from around here, I'm not prepared, and life's not going well. So from now on, those are your triggers to make an invitation to church. Over the next few weeks, listen for them. And when you hear them, take a risk and offer the invitation. I think you'll be surprised at how God will reward that risk.